Hi everyone, Robert here, and today I got a special guest. I got the Taxman from the Six Sided Podcast. What's up, Mr. Taxman?
What's happening, Robert? Just keeping it real, as the kids say in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
The hood over there. So we got
Oh, we're real ghetto up here, boy. You ain't seen nothing.
a single topic to talk about today. We got the rumors running wild, like Hulk Hogan in the 80s, about Vince McMahon wanted Killer Cross. He saw apparently Killer Cross either on Impact Wrestling or Lucha Underground, and Vince McMahon wants him. Also, there have been a little bit of rumors of New Japan Pro Wrestling offering him a big contract, and also Killer Cross play a little bit into the speculation by saying, "Hey, what do you think is the best for my business?" So, what are your thoughts on those rumors? Do you see that happen? What would you be your unsolicited advice by the tax man?
All right, so you gave me a couple of questions there. I'm gonna start with, for me right now, I don't think that the WWE is the be all end all that it was in the past. For me right now, if you're in the independent scene, although I don't like to use that term, I don't really consider New Japan or Impact or Ring of Honor, these larger companies, independent promotions. Obviously, we're far and away from the territory system. That's just kind of an antiquated term at this point. But if you are a talent right now and you have something special that you bring to the table, like Killer Cross has, I'm going to talk about that in a second. If you have the talent, you have something special, you look different, you are willing to put the work in. Most importantly, you can make well and above a better living than you would at WWE doing it on your own, making yourself a self-made promotion. Case in point is you look at guys like Cody or the Bucks or Sammy Callahan is the most perfect example you could possibly pick at this point in time. The 2018 heading into 2019 environment of professional wrestling right now is such that people want to buy into you, right? They don't want to buy into the company, and a lot of times people are turned off by said company, but they want to invest in you. That's why you see a lot of traffic on Pro Wrestling Tees, for example, because your us the viewers are essentially us the customers, and the customers want to buy the product, aka the wrestler, and they're willing to invest their time, energy, money, whatever you want to call it, into these wrestlers. And I think Killer Cross, especially the way that he's built himself up in Impact, in Lucha Underground, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, he's undefeated right now in AAA. And the fact that you see all of these companies right now seeing value in him just reiterates the fact that he's doing things the right way. I would like to see him kind of continue to build things for himself the right way. Now, your second part of your question is a little bit more tricky. Like, what would I tell him to do? Man, I would tell him to keep doing what he's doing. To be honest with you, the guy's a badass. Like, he is the walking definition of somebody you don't want. Can I use language on this show?
Yeah. Go ahead.
He is the walking definition of some guy who you don't want to fuck with. When you look at him on Impact specifically, because they've done a tremendous job of this, and they talk about how he looks like a fucking sociopath. Like, he doesn't care about you. He cares about doing his job, and his job is essentially to take people apart. And you've seen it in Impact, you've seen it in AAA, you've seen it in Lucha Underground, and he's building such a brand for himself right now that it would be a tremendous shame, in my opinion, for him to go to the WWE and be castrated. because we all know that's what would happen. They would never allow him to be his character in WWE. There would be no such thing as Killer Kross because that name itself would be blackballed immediately.
Immediately.
It just wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, and he is also a fan like tougher type of wrestling. And let me give my unsolicited opinion about all of this stuff, right? Impact Wrestling, I think he should stay with Impact Wrestling. If cards were played right, I will see him becoming a Impact World Champion in the near future. And when I say near future, I will say within the span of 2 years. Also, he have the ability also to wrestle on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Also to keep doing his stuff in Mexico, so he could travel the world at his own pace and be his own boss at the end of the day. But when it comes down to money, no one can compete with Mr. McMahon. And he is one of those guys. He's big, he's muscular, and he's on into the whole bodybuilding type of stuff. Hell, he was today like on the Mr. Olympia competition and stuff like that. That's the type of stuff Vince McMahon is into. So of course he want a guy like that on his roster. But I will say this: I think even if he wants to jump ship over there, I will wait at least for 1 or 2 years. So if he wants to go over there, he could be already on a big position. He's still like on the upper echelon when it comes down to wrestling, but he's not seen in wrestling as a top of the crop and a world champion. He, in some opinions, is not there yet. So I would say, hey, if you want to do that, wait until you are a former champion. You have been a champion in different promotions before you jump ship. But I don't see that happen, and I hope I don't see that happen in at least the near future. Final words, Mr. Taxman.
To me, it's do you want to take the easy money or not, or do you want to build yourself? Right. If you want to take the easy money, then yeah, obviously the WWE, and then you're who knows what happens with you? Probably nothing, to be honest with you. If you want to put the time and effort in, this is like I said, 2018 heading in 2019. Man, this is the time. If you want to build yourself and build your brand and make a statement and stand out, there is no better time to do it.
Yeah, no, nothing can stop you now. And if you want it, you can get it. There's a lot of people who are being able to do that, and obviously Killer Cross is very well talented. So thanks a lot, Taxman, for joining me in for this quick video. Make sure to click like the round button over there. That is for you to subscribe and check out his YouTube channel. Make sure to stick around to this channel. This Monday, we're gonna be shooting a top 10 best Austin Aries matches in Impact Wrestling. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, make sure to check that stuff on this Monday and check out the Six Sided Podcast by the Taxman. And I was the guest this week during the episode of the Impact Wrestling review. So that's it for me and for the Taxman. Goodbye and thanks for watching.